Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Forrester, Thomas is still defying Brooke. He wants her out of their lives formally and for all. She's not stealing his father again. Across the hall, Eric's chortling to Ridge about how happy he's for him. Ridge worries about how it'll affect Taylor, Steffi, and Thomas. He's upset about him. Eric shrugs that she'll find notoriety differently. Making it loud and clear where the story's going, Ridge reprises that he's upset about Thomas. Eric reminds us of his internal health issues and fears how he'll reply when he discovers Ridge and Brooke are wedded. Meanwhile, placing no blame on his father, Thomas harangues about Brooke about orchestrating his mama's pain. Spotting the marriage ring on her cutlet, he gawps, "You're wedded to my father again?" Thomas fixates on his mama getting her heart ripped out and vows this isn't how this story ends. However, she's wrong, if Brooke thinks it does. Do wrong, intriguing choice of words, just sayin'. As Eric congratulates Ridge on winning the love of the woman they both bed and wed, across the hall, Thomas is still raving about the insta-marriage. She insists it was his father's idea, but he doesn't believe her. Brooke informs Thomas that for his own happiness, he has to accept her and Ridge together. At Bill's place, he and Katie can't believe that Will is trying to tell them that Luna's alive and he was just with her. Katie idiotically seeks evidence that it's the same Luna Nozawa that shot Liam. Will nods, her grandmotherly saved her. Eyes as wide as regale plates, Will warns, it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. They bamboozle overly helping Luna until Katie remembers that Will said there's commodity worse. Will sighs that it has to do with what happened after the party in that room. Katie agonizes as Bill asks to be filled in. Will gives him the rundown and also reveals the girl who crept by was her. "I slept with Luna." Katie gasps, "Oh my god." At Remy's place, Luna pleads with him to tell her that she can count on him for help. Remy tries to wrap his mind around her wanting Will Spencer, who also knows he's alive. As they dig in, she protests that she didn't mean to shoot Liam or her grandmother. She just needs to lay low for a while. Remy squirms as she asks him not to turn her down when she needs him the most. Remy wants details on how she pulled this off. He allowed. She was dead. Luna simply shrugs that she's a survivor. Remy's not induced. He wants to get involved with hiding her. Luna tells him that she and Will have formerly slept together. Remy learns that she joined enough buzzed Will in bed after his party. Luna, proud as a peacock, brags about how she crashed the party and ravished Spencer. Remy's stunned to hear that she wore a mask and he allowed. He was with his gal. Luna leers that she's hoping to give him commodity differently to commodity that will bond them for the rest of their lives. At Bill's place, he and Katie rant, rave, and call Luna names until Will interrupts to fill them in on how he located her in the apartment. When he saw the mask, he put the pieces together. He slept with Luna. In Forrester's design office, Brooke tries satisfying Thomas that they're all one big happy family. Commonly, Thomas declares he wouldn't accept this and the situation escalates as he calls her the slut from the Vale. As he continues to rant, Thomas works himself up into a true rage. Ridge bursts in as Thomas heists Brooke by the shoulders and yells in her face. Ridge pushes his son backward, and Thomas bellows at his father for doing this to their family again. "Say you're not doing it, Dad." Bill will want vengeance on Luna while Sheila panics over a secret discovering. B&B suckers know Luna just popped up at Remy Place, which neither one of them was awaiting. It was a happy accident as far as Luna's concerned since she needs a place to hide out for a while. Remy is still trying to reuse the fact that Luna's alive and doesn't want to get caught up in further drama. Luna may not be allowed to stay since she's such a stranding ball and could drag Remy into another round of trouble. We should mention that Remy has a swain named Deke, so he could play a part in why Luna gets the charge from the apartment, too. Deke is a pushing fashion developer with a link to a major character, so he could be Deacon's son with Becky now that little D Sharp is all grown up. Luna will end up facing the music with Bill, Katie, Will and Lee all gathered around her. That's when Lee will get updates on Luna taking advantage of plastered Will after the party, so she'll completely lose it. Lee's fierce side will come out and lead to her grabbing Luna by the throat, so she'll nearly strangle her own granddaughter. Lee will presumably stop at the last alternate, but she'll remain mealy and ready for Luna to pay. Katie, Will and especially Bill will want Luna to suffer consequences as well. There's a good chance Bill will make a speech and principally spell out that it's time for his vengeance. Bill preliminarily arranged Luna's amnesty, but he'll take great pleasure in wanting to shoot her back to captivity in light of everything that's happened. Bill pulled strings to help Luna last time around. He might plan to use his plutocrat power and connections to keep her locked up ever now. Luna is the kind of girl who always has another trick or two up her sleeve, so we'll see if she still manages to fake a gestation. A real bone. Might indeed be possible if Luna simply took the other tests too soon to get a positive result. Sheila realized the news about Luna's survival has blurted along with all the Will chaos. It should leave Sheila alarmed that Lee or Luna might discover her knowledge of the whole fire. Sheila's marriage to Deacon could blow up if he finds out what she's been keeping from him. That said, it seems Luna and Lee may keep their mouths shut about Sheila's part in all this for the time being. Thomas will put Brooke on full blast for marrying Ridge as presto as possible. It would indeed feel real to Thomas, but Ridge will offer evidence and admit it was his idea to tie the knot right there in the office. Ridge will have his work cut out for him when it comes to settling Thomas down after this unforeseen marriage advertisement. Taylor will also face off with Eric and principally advise that Ridge could live to lament his choice. Eric will remain hopeful about Brooke and Ridge's long-term future. Finn will reel over Luna comeback after Lee unleashes her revengeful fury. Carter will also brace for some hope heartbreak. Thomas will unleash his wrath over Brooke marriage to Ridge. After Brooke confesses that she's now Ridge's woman, Thomas's temper will flare further than ever. It'll leave Thomas adhering to the stopgap that Brooke's lying and twisting effects around ever, but Ridge will assure his son that the marriage indeed happened. Ridge will push Thomas to accept his decision, but Thomas will remain fed up with Brooke for sinking her claws into Ridge and ruining his marriage plans with Taylor. Speaking of Taylor, she'll get into a heated argument with Eric about what's stylish for Ridge. Eric will obviously suppose Ridge is eventually with the woman he truly belongs with, but Taylor may advise that it's only going to end in further pain. Taylor might argue that whenever Brooke breaks Ridge's heart, she wouldn't be staying as his provisory woman coming time around. Other B&B spoilers say Luna's attempt to use Remy Place as a den wouldn't last long. That could have commodity to do with Remy Swain, who's set to make his debut in scenes at Forrester Creations. It's possible that Remy will push Luna to leave before his beau comes over and sees her. There's buzz about Cone conceivably playing Jack Marone, who's Brooke's son with Nick and has an interest in fashion design, but we'll see how effects play out once he's on screen. Anyhow, the ploy will be over for Luna, who'll face Elle's fury along with plenitude of wrathfulness from Will, Katie and Bill. Katie will explode over Luna posing as Elektra and exploiting Will's crapulous state that night. Bill will be just as mealy as Katie when it comes to how low Luna sank. Lee might be angriest of all since she really put a lot on the line to save Luna. After everything Lee's done for Luna, she'll be furious with her for this whole situation and will wind up trying to strangle her against the wall. Luna will live to tell the tale, but she'll have to figure out her coming move. It's possible Luna will blurt out that she's pregnant and eventually find a way to carriage some results that prove that. It's indeed possible that it simply hasn't been long enough for the tests Luna's taken to register that she's got a bun in the roaster. Could Luna take another test that eventually gives her the outgrowth she wants? Carter, who'll realize Liam is working to pull Hope closer and cinch in a renewed future with him. Carter will smell that Hope is still drawn to Liam and maybe belongs with him rather, so he'll come to a heartbreaking conclusion at some point soon. It could lead to Carter calling off the engagement and setting Hope free. Over with Finn, he'll ultimately get updates on Luna's survival and all the chaos she's caused. Lee saved Luna without telling him will throw Finn for a circle and should lead to a heated battle with his mama. After the news of Luna being alive spreads, Sheila may play dumb with Cleric and hope that Lee's willing to keep quiet about her involvement along with Luna.